G'day. This week I want to take you just to 2 or 3 different places, but they are well worth a visit. So the first one is a place called Gutha Hall, and that's right into the Wildflowers part of Western Australia, which is absolutely magnificent. It's about to go into full bloom. And then from Gutha Hall go to a place called Enanty barn, and that's just near a little township called Mingenew. Now I'm sure that I've got that pronunciation wrong. From there to go to Dongara, Dongara to Geraldton, and Geraldton to here, which is Coronation Bay. I was here a year ago and it's still magnificent. This time there's no wind. So anywho, let's go. It's amazing the things that you will see out in the middle of nowhere. So this is a historic barn, and it's got a little bit of history in there. I'm not suggesting you need to go to every one of these, but sometimes it's really great to take it all in. And it's free camping, 24 hours. So I'll have to come in here, eat up my food, have a quick drink, sleep, go. Good morning. Top of the morning to you. It's not quite as early as it normally is, but I've been doing a few little errands before I started the day. Had a bit of a drama with the battery charger, contacted the supplier. They're sending out a new one by the end of the week, so got to be happy with that. I've just left the desert, and from the desert section there was a little section called the Wildflower Zone, or the Wildflower Council or whatever, and now I've just come into Batavia, the Batavia Coast, and as you'll see, as different as it was to the out in the desert, you've got lush farmland, just beautiful rolling hills, and yeah, it's quite outstanding. And I'm getting close to the coast. I'm 15 kilometres from the coast. I'm going to a place called Dongara, which is well worth a visit, and that's just before Geraldton. If you're in the Geraldton area, this little town is about 40 kilometres out of Geraldton. It's a little town called Dongara, Fort Denison, and it's well worth it. Beautiful beaches this time of the year, and this time of the year is June. Beautiful time, very little wind, the seas are calm, everything is right about it. So yeah, pop in. Outstanding fish that you can buy just locally. The fishermen, that's quite a business here. The fishermen go out and get the crayfish. Well, here I am on the beach, and driven down a track, which is a bit of a wild track and a bit of a skinny track. You can see some of that footage, and now just about to take on the beach back towards town. I'm always talking about getting the tyre pressures right. This is that time, should have got it right. Anywho, let's see. Good morning, top of the morning to you. Just arrived in a little tourist spot called Greenough Historical Town. It's basically a group of buildings which is just out of Geraldton, apparently quite historical. So maybe we should just go and check it out. I'd imagine the police prosecutor would be sitting here, the defendant would walk in, and the prosecutor would be just telling him, you're about to go in there, make certain you show respect to the judge, and do you have anything further to say? Well, I didn't do it, apart from that. Okay, you'll go in there with your shackles and we'll undo some of your padlocks. But you'll be shackled, understandably. Good luck. Well, this is basically where the alleged would come in from back there, which is the jail. He'd be escorted into here. This door, I'm assuming, would be closed and maybe locked. And there'd be the various police standing around. And he wouldn't be standing and louching like that. I'm sure he'd be just either hanging on to this, hanging on with grim life, or just trying to deal with it. Up yonder would be the judge, and the judge would listen to all the things that were said about this bad man, and then he would do his sentence and bring down the gavel. Guilty. 5 years. What? In this section, I want to show you how to save maps. So you go along, open up maps, where it says search here, start typing. I'm going to be looking for Kalbarri. There it is. Press enter. Now I'll press directions. And that'll take me from your location to Kalbarri. That's good enough for what I want. I won't start it now because I want to save it. So I'll then go up to what they call the hamburger 3 dots on the top right hand side. Click that and go right down where it says add route to home page. Select that. Do you want to save this to your home page? Yes, and it's already called Kalbarri because that's my destination. And then at any time I might say, oh, I want to go back to Dongara, or I want to go to wherever, and it'll go back and give me the basic layout of the route. Well, that was a short trip. coming from the desert all the way across to the coast. So in the desert, I was just breaking out of the desert when I got to Gutha Hall, and that's in the Wildflower section, which is just about to bloom, which will be magnificent. And then from Gutha Hall to Enanty Barn, which is just near a little town called Mingenew. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. And then from then to Dongara to Geraldton, Geraldton to where I am now, which is Coronation Bay. I've been here, I was here 6 months ago and the wind was howling, but right at the moment it's just the most gentle wind, 26 degrees and all's fine. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you found the video useful, helpful and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, that would be great if you did. If you think it's worth sharing, that too would be excellent. Until next time, this is Paul Drive signing off.